Hi, welcome back. In this video, I'm going to share with you a prototypical near-death experience. Now, there's millions of these experiences, and every one is different. And as I mentioned before, there are links to in these videos to books that will give you some of these if you want to look at them yourself. But a prototypical near-death experience might be like the following. Somebody dies temporarily, heart attack, whatever, and after they lose consciousness, there is this feeling of being surrounded by love, which is deeper than anything they've felt in their entire life. And that was one of the things that really impressed me, is that instead of judgment, they immediately feel just enveloped by the most delicious love, maybe more than they've ever felt. And in some of these, there's a being that meets with the person after they've died temporarily. Now, you can call this being an angel, a spirit guide. It doesn't really matter what you call them. And for me, that's just a soul, not in a body. But whatever you call them, they meet with some kind of, I'll say, spirit guide, for example. And we can talk about that more in a future video. And they might do what's called a life review. Take a look at some of the highlights of the life of the person that they're with. And we all have stuff we've done that we're not so proud of. Maybe we yelled at some people, maybe we hurt some people. And these spirit guides will have us see those scenes again. Let's say, for example, we yelled at somebody in our life. Now, what will often happen is we'll see that we yelled at somebody. But it's more than just observing it. What actually happens is not only do we see it, but we feel it. We actually feel what the person felt when we yelled at them. In fact, we got to be us and them at the same time. And we might feel the pain they felt when we yelled at them. And the most important thing I got from all this was the being that they were with, angel, spirit guide, whatever you want to call them, did not have any judgment towards this person for what they did. None. The spirit guide just held space, so to speak. And the person themselves realized, wow, when I talk to people like that, they may feel really hurt inside. And actually for themselves decides they don't want to be that way anymore. They don't want to yell at people. And when they come back from the near-death experience, they change their lives. So many people change their lives dramatically after having a near-death experience because they realize the effect of their actions. Instead of being on one side of it, you're on both sides. And you get to experience what it's like for the other person when you act however you might have acted that wasn't the most kind way. And what I took from this was that there was no judgment. Almost none of all these near-death experience stories describe any judgment at all from anyone. At most, we re-experience our lives and how we affected others, including the pain they may have experienced. And then we may, so to speak, judge ourselves, which is basically us deciding not to live our life anymore that way. And I really got, by just reading hundreds and hundreds of these stories, that that is a foundation of creation. That there really is no judgment from our Creator and from those who guide us. That this was our creation. And this is one of the big foundations of these foundation principles, there is no judgment. Now, there is one problem, and that's the problem of how do you keep people from doing harmful things to other people? We may have to take actions in this world to stop people who aren't aware of that. But that's different than saying there's one standard that if we don't keep by it, we're going to be judged. We're bad, we're going to be judged. What really matters is how we treat another human being, and of course, all of God's creatures. So thank you. See you in the next video.